好，我们今天特别邀请到 NBA 的明星金块队的明星球员小麦克波特。那其实呢，他天生就是来打篮球，包含他的身高，包含他的臂展，还有移动能力，通通都点满了。成为 NBA 球员的短短5年之间，其实他经历了非常多的事情。我们希望透过这一次的独家专访，你可以更了解这一位球星，还有呢，从他的故事当中找到再试一次的力量。Let's start with the championship that the Nuggets won for in the 70 years for the first time. Do you remember before the match that you knew that you are one match away from the trophy? Do you remember how the atmosphere in the locker
Yeah,
room?
I remember we were up 3-1. You know, that series was a very hard-fought series. We had won the first game, and then they came and stole a game from us at home. So we went to Miami and actually stole 2 games from them. So we were up 3-1 going into that 5th game, and the message was just like, don't give them any life. Like the Miami Heat were a very gritty team, a very good team. So we wanted to win that game 5, and we went out and executed.
So did you remember what the coach Malone said to you specific like what you're gonna do in the match, like your role in the match?
Yeah. I remember in the finals, my shot wasn't really falling the past 2 games, and he kept reiterating to me that I was going to have a big game, going to help us win that series. So that game 5, I came out and I was much more aggressive, made some big shots, and yeah, it was a great memory. You know, the first championship the basketball team has ever won, and we knew we wanted to get it in front of our home crowd. If we had lost that game, we were going to have to go back to Miami for Game 6. So to do it in Denver and celebrate with our fans, it was perfect.
So how young were you to imagine that maybe one day you will win this championship? Like how young were you start to imagine that?
Yeah, I think I was very young when I imagined myself as an NBA player, but I never really had the thoughts of winning an NBA championship. But you know, once you get to the NBA, you see how hard it is. Like all the best players in the world, and one team comes out every year and wins the championship. So I kind of saw it when I first came to Denver. I saw we had a really good team, and we were getting better and better every year. So then when me and Jamal Murray got hurt, we knew when we came back, we would have a chance to win a championship. So last year was mine and Jamal's first year back from big injuries, and we did it that first year back. So it was amazing, and we're looking to, you know, even grow on top of what we did this past year. We think we have a really good core, and we're hoping to have another really good season coming up.
Yeah, like you say that this dream team is becoming together, like the Murray coming back. But especially that the fans are talking about maybe the Nuggets domination will continue for a while, for years. Like the full core member of you, like you, Murray, Gordon, and Jokic are all together, and your contract are last like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But also there's some members leaving the team, like Bruce Brown. Like I know you are more like a shooter, like unstoppable shooter. That people will get the ball to you and you just let it fly. But with some member changes in the team, were you told to take more responsibility or other roles?
So honestly, you know, after we won the championship, everyone kind of went their own ways. Guys are traveling. AG, you know, has spent a lot of time in Asia this offseason, and other guys have gone back home. So we really haven't had the time to discuss our roles for this next season. But, you know, with guys like Bruce Brown leaving, Jeff Green, there's definitely we're going to have to make up some of that loss. And some of that responsibility is going to be on me. Some of that responsibility is going to be on some of the young guys that we drafted, some of the younger guys that didn't get a lot of playing time. They're going to have to take a leap as well and kind of fill those roles.
So let's talk about the goal in the next season. I know the first goal and the most important goal is to defend the championship. But other than that, what goals are you setting for yourself maybe in the next few years as an NBA player?
Yeah, so as a team, obviously once you reach the top, the goal is to stay there, you know what I mean? So that's our team goal, is to stay there, stay dominant as a team. But for me personally, I just have individual goals. One of them, an easy one, would include being an all-star. You know, I want to make my first all-star appearance this upcoming season. So that's what I've been working towards this off season, trying to get better in certain areas. other than that, just continue to grow individually, and I know that'll help the team as well.
Yeah, and with the team domination keep growing and you keep getting better, there comes more attention and pressure, like from the fans and from the other audience. How do you cope with this situation? Like pressure are getting.
Yeah, I think it's something you learn kind of at a young age, especially growing up the era we did. You know, when you're one of the best players growing up, you kind of start to learn how to deal with pressure from a young age. You know, a lot of attention is put on kids. Then you go to college and more pressure is put on you. So when you make it to the NBA finally, like you kind of know how to deal with it. It's a bigger stage, but you know how to deal with it. But for me personally, yeah, it's staying grounded, staying around family, staying around friends, doing things that make me feel normal. You know, when we go on the court with these big stars and everyone, you know, we have a lot of fans. So when we come off of the court, it's good to be able to be a normal person, to go home, hang out with your friends, play video games, things everyone does.
Which video game do you like to play the most? NBA or something?
I play NBA 2K. The new 2K just came out. I don't know if you guys play that out here. And then Fortnite is another game I play, as well as Call of Duty.
And when I entered the room, I noticed that, were you watching the US Open?
Yeah, I watch it a little bit. I'm trying to get more into some other sports. Tennis is fun to watch. I'm not super knowledgeable about it, but trying to watch a little bit more soccer. Trying to get into some of those other sports. It's always been basketball for me.
Yeah. Also, tomorrow you will be having a ceremonial first pitch for the CNBC brothers. Do you do any preparation for that?
I think I get a few practice throws. I actually, growing up when I was young, I played baseball. So I'm hoping some of that the younger baseball talent kicks in tomorrow. But yeah, I haven't really prepared much. Hopefully they give me a few practice throws tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to it.
So you just say that when you were young you played basketball.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So why you become a basketball player other than other sports like basketball or something?
Yeah, so I played a lot of sports growing up. I played football, baseball, basketball, and I played those all growing up until my dad kind of sat me down and just told me if I want to be really good at one sport, if I want to be really good at something, I got to choose one. So I just chose my favorite out of the three, which was basketball at the time, and I got to put all of my focus into basketball. So that's what I chose to do. We also were homeschooled growing up, so we had more time than most kids to get better.
And during the high school period, you were regarded as the best player in the country. So, at that time, what kind of player you dream yourself to be in the future?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, throughout high school, I kept getting better and better until I was eventually the #1 player in the country. So that was always the goal for me, was to be the best, and that's still the goal. You know what I mean? I've been through some injuries, been through some hard things, but that's still the ultimate goal, is to be the best player out there on the floor every night. So obviously I got a long ways to go, and you know, working through these injuries hasn't made it easy for me, but that's still the individual goal, is to be the best player on the floor every night.
Do you ever have doubts when you know that you're having this injury and you have to do the surgery?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I didn't have a lot of injuries growing up, so that was never a thing. So I never had those thoughts of I'm gonna get injured, I'm gonna get hurt, it's gonna knock me down, I'm gonna have to fight back. Those were never thoughts that I had. But life doesn't always happen the way we think it's gonna happen. You know, everyone faces adversity, everyone goes through tough times. So for me, it was dealing with the adversity and finding a way for it to make me better.
Yeah, so let's bring back the 2018 NBA draft. That, as we say, you were the best player at that time, and people are expected to be picked first at that draft. Do you believe that you should be picked first at that time?
If I didn't deal with the injuries that I dealt with in college, that probably would have happened for me. And that was always kind of the goal. But like I said, there's curveballs are thrown at you in life, and you gotta deal with them. You can't sulk, and you can't make excuses and things like that. So I was, injured in college, which then affected my draft stock. But I look back on it, and I got drafted to the Nuggets, which wouldn't have happened if I went number one. And now I'm the first player out of my draft class to win a championship. So, I mean, everything works out for the good. When you get to look back and see the journey, even through the hard times and things, sometimes it comes full circle, and you can see the good out of it.
So, do you ever feel like your career will end when you having that surgery or something?
Yeah, I mean, so I've had three now, three big surgeries, three big long recoveries and rehabs. The first one, that wasn't a thought, you know what I mean? Everyone gets injured at some point in their career. I thought I would bounce back and be normal. The second one was harder to deal with because you kind of just don't know at that point if you'll ever be the same. And then the third one was really heartbreaking, just because I kind of felt like I got over the surgeries, and then hearing the news that I have to get another one. I don't know another player who's really played through 3 back surgeries, so I like to be an inspiration to people, not to give up on their dreams, but it definitely was hard, and there was times where I didn't know if I would make it back to the place that I'm at.
Yeah, so you're now making a good comeback with this strong mentality, but physically, do you change your playing style in the courts to prevent from injury again?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be smart and maybe change a couple things. But basketball, I mean, in the NBA, you don't get to reserve your energy or be timid. You're playing against the best players in the world, so you have to play aggressive, you have to play strong. So through all the injuries, I had to get my body back to a place where I could deal with the physical demands of being an NBA player, which is 82 games, and then plus playoffs. It's about 100 games. Recovery from day to day. That's a lot on your body. But yeah, so it's just been trying to get my body back strong enough to deal with everything.
So people are now, most of people comparing you to Kevin Durant. You are both unstoppable shooter from the court. Nobody can stop you from shooting. How do you feel about that comparison? How do you feel about that comparison?
Yeah, I've been compared to him since I was little. I was called Baby KD growing up, and that was my favorite player. So yeah, I mean, that's a player I look up to. Like I said, some of the injury stuff has taken away some of my athletic ability on the floor a little bit. So I don't feel like I'm anywhere near KD at this moment, but that's still the goal, is to be one of those top few players in the league one day. And I think I can do it. Even after all that I've been through, I still think I can achieve those individual goals, and it's cool that I already got to win a championship, and I don't even feel like I've reached my potential as a player yet.
Do you feel that winning this championship is big enough for you to prove yourself to them?
Yeah, I mean, people will always have something to say when it comes to money, you know what I mean, and jealousy and things like that. I mean, I questioned it myself when they gave me the contract, especially after having that third surgery. I've never viewed myself, I never played basketball for money, so for an organization to give me that max contract, I was very honored and humbled that they viewed me like that. So when I went down with that third injury, it was tough for me to deal with, but now to come back and be able to play this last season and win a championship, I think everyone in the organization and maybe people outside the organization, they view giving me and some of the other guys on the team the money they gave us is worth it. You know what I mean? Now we won a championship, and it's all worth it. I think any team who wins a championship in the NBA has to invest in their players and pay certain players to make the team that can do it. So to actually do it has been really cool.
Yeah. So do you read comments on the internet?
I try not to pay too much attention to it, but you definitely see them. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't see anything. You definitely see some of the comments, both positive and negative.
Yeah, and I know I listened to your podcast, and that you once mentioned that you will keep journal of the things you want to be grateful for.
Yeah, and it's honestly journaling is a great tool that I implement in my life. I go through periods of doing it and periods of not doing it. You know, I need to be more consistent with it. But when I do journal and speak on those things, it definitely it boosts your mind. You don't feel all the negative thoughts and all the pressures and things when you're grateful. So I think grateful journaling and just thinking about the things you're grateful for is an attitude. I think we have a tendency as humans to look at what we don't have yet. You know, we always want more and more and more. But if you can slow down and take a second to appreciate what God has given you and where you're at, that's a big key of life, I think.
So besides the journaling, do you ever watch the highlights video of the high school matches?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I watch them, and it brings me back to those days of, you know, before my injuries. So it's cool to look at, and it's cool to give me like a goal of where I want to get back to physically before I was injured. But, you know, I don't want to dwell in the past too much. I also want to look towards where I'm at now, where I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, I noticed that you said it once that the basketball come really easy for you, like it's like taking the elevator, like you just keep going on and up. But now you feel like walking the stairs and you have to walk really slowly.
Yeah, yeah. Since a young guy, basketball, like you just said, it always came natural to me. I worked hard, but it was always easy. Never dealt with any injuries, all the way till I was the #1 player in the world for my age, you know, and then I got the injuries and things like that, and there was some long rehab processes and, you know, things like that. So it's definitely tested my patience. But when you have those big things happen in your life, like winning a championship, it kind of makes it worth it. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to take a break, but you gotta be disciplined if you want to achieve good things in life.
Yeah, so after you achieve those goals that you set for yourself, and when you decided that you want to leave the basketball away, what the first thing you would like to do? Like traveling or spending some time?
When I'm done with basketball completely?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like to continue to work. You know, some people have a work addiction and they love to work. For me, I've always said when I'm done playing basketball, I just want to hopefully have a family by then. And I could just enjoy life with them, travel, see the world, come back to Asia.
In Taiwan.
Yeah, in Taiwan, see all you guys. But yeah, I think that's what I'm hoping for in the future. Hopefully that's a long way out, you know, and I have a lot of more healthy years to play. But yeah, in the future, I just want to be chilling by a beach with my family. That's the goal for sure.
Yeah. Which beach do you like the most?
I like Turks and Caicos. Do you know where that is?
No, where is it?
It's over, I think it's off of Florida. It's about an hour drive or an hour flight from Florida. Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, that area has some really nice beaches.
And you have been to Keelung, right? Keelung? No? Keelung?
Oh, Keelung, yes.
Yeah,
I went yesterday. It was beautiful. Yeah, we went and we saw the water, we saw the beach, and we ate lunch on the beach. It was beautiful out there, and I also want to go to, is it South Taiwan, North Taiwan? They said there's some other really nice beaches.
Yeah, and the East Taiwan, they have some beautiful beaches.
Yeah, so I want to go over there at some point.
So, what food do you try when you were in the Keelung? Because Keelung is a city famous for.
Yeah, they said it was famous for seafood, so they were serving us a lot of seafood. What else did I have? I had like some Jello type drink. It was weird, but the texture was weird, but it was good.
And you were having some time with the little kids in the Keelung too.
Yeah.
Could you share the experience?
I've been playing with them all week while I've been here, and they're just some good kids. I like to interact with them, and then also got to go to the school and teach some younger basketball players a little bit got to go to their school, meet their principals, got to meet the mayor of Keelung. And so that whole experience was really, really amazing as well.
Yeah, so when you have kids, would you like them to become basketball like you?
I don't think I'll pressure them to be basketball players like me, but they probably will end up being basketball
like
players.
Your father
I'm
influenced
not,
on you.
Exactly,
Yeah. So you have got many fans here in Taiwan. I'm sure you're feeling this when you come to Taiwan. What do you want to say to them? Share with them, like specifically.
Yeah, I really appreciate the love. I wasn't expecting this many people in Taiwan to, know me, be wearing my jersey, be wanting signatures. I'm halfway across the world, so to see that I have an impact on people even out here, and that I get to be a inspiration to them, and that they know my story, and I could be a role model to them is really cool for me. Yeah, when I came from the airport, or when I landed, just seeing all the fans waiting for me. Every time I go down into the lobby of the hotel, there's new fans waiting. So I've tried to take time with all of them and sign their things, take pictures with them, just because I don't want to take that for granted. I never realized when I was a kid that one day I'd be able to go halfway across the world and people would care about what I'm doing and who I am. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah, and your story has been a really inspiration for a lot of people. So is there any food you would like to try, Taiwanese food you would like to try during this trip that you haven't tried?
I've tried some of the food. We went to a vegetarian Taiwan restaurant last night. It was really good. Tried all the noodles and the rice and everything. It's really good. I've always loved Asian food in general. Tried some local like chicken and fried chicken and things like that. So I tried the boba tea.
How was that, the bubble tea?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't know that it was invented here. I think that's what they...
Have you tried bubble tea in the US?
Yeah, I've tried it before, but it was better out here.
Yeah, so what's the difference? Like the milk, the bubble?
I think it was just, it just tasted better. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just better. And then I still want to walk down, what is it, Knights Market? Yeah, and see some stuff down there. We still got to do that.
Yeah, so tomorrow you will be having a ceremonial first pitch for the CNBC Brothers team, and I hope you have a really good time there. And we have prepared some Taiwanese food for you, and we chose it for a reason. Like this one, it is a pineapple cake that Taiwanese really like, and in Taiwanese language, pineapple means good luck.
Pineapple means good luck.
Yeah, so good luck with the defense of the title. I hope we will seeing you lifting the trophy again.
Thank you.
And thank you for having us here and sharing your story. So
thank you for the welcome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Should I try it right now?
Yeah. It's vegan, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Because I have read an article that you have been a vegan for several years, and now.
Pineapple cake.
Yeah, means good luck.
You want one?
No, I had one when I'm on the way here. Good?
No.
No.
No, it is. It's good. It's good. It's really good.
It's good?
I like it.
Yeah, you like it.
It's
so
great.
Having this one, it will bring you good luck when you back.
Pineapple will bring me good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
Okay.
So
thank
you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.